I be like pedaling a mani bike, Amish style. I am very much trying my pals Nukeproof Mega in purple. Like to see how this bike rides like. This is a change. Pedaling it up the hill isn't actually that bad, to be fair. An oval chainring, mullet, double Marys used to the Schwalbe Life. Got the TRP brakes on it as well, and they are absolutely phenomenal. So it's got Giga with them as well. Gonna give that a shot. Nukeproof demo day, even though they're dead brand. But you know, cheap bikes when they were getting sold in it, so got to make the most of it. Like to see how it goes out. Crunchy fucking boy, like. It feels a lot shorter than my Canevo, like. I'm getting around these corners no problem, like. Give you some space. Man, this bike is fucking sick. Oh, bastard. You reckon, like? Mate, this bike is sick, you know. Right, rider. Fucking brakes off. I'm feeling it, like.
Are you feeling it?
Aye.
What, keep it up, like?
Huh?
You keep it up, like?
Right, go on then. On the Mega. Oh my god. I cooled off, like. I cooled off. Try this one then. Nukeproof Giga. Our I'm getting bounced offline.
Get the light.
Nukeproof Mega on the blunt saw, like. Wrong line. Meant that on the Giga. Oh. I nearly lost the front. That line's so much better. Oh, man. I like.
Yeah,
I know what Jake says now, you know, when he's just like, the Mega's good, but it's just not the Giga.
yeah.
I know what he means by it now.
It's not, is it?
It's just not the Giga, is it?
Nah.
I'm hogging it from here, like, because it's fucking fantastic. Right, dropping. It's snakes round stuff like.
Oh my god. Absolute beauties. Whoo!
So the Nukeproof Mega and the Nukeproof Giga, they were both mullet bikes. Not that this is a review video at all. So I had the chance to ride two bikes back to back, and it was basically just to see like how different they actually were from somebody who basically is just an average rider. On paper, I believe the bikes are quite similar in geometry, obviously, however the linkage design's on the Giga, which is a super enduro, whereas the Mega is just, I say just, but is an enduro bike. The Giga was basically designed from the descent, the downhill bike. Riding them back to back, the Mega, although it was like the only difference was the frame size, the Mega was a large and the Giga was a medium. But that was a problem, so I've been told, from when my friends ordered the bike from Chain Reaction Cycles before they went down. They didn't actually realise that it had a large frame. They thought it was just a really large medium. But I try to put that aside, but the Mega pedalled a lot better than what the Giga did. like straight away, like coming out of the car park up the first climb, lock the shock out, spin the cranks. I mean, they had an oval chainring on it, and that's the first time that I've ridden a bike with an oval chainring, and it really, in my opinion, felt different. Like it just felt like there was just a constant power going to the back wheel. I wasn't essentially sweating it up the hill. I was just turning the cranks, getting the lungs going a little bit, and it just seemed to just go up a lot better than what the Giga did. The Giga was like an entry level spec. It had domain forks on. Well, they both had domain forks on. The Giga had just a RockShox Select. It wasn't a lockout one, and oh my god, does it need one? Because when you're turning the cranks on that bike, it bobs for days. It is horrendous. Like I mean, I'm not the fittest person in the world, but I can get up a climb in my own time, and I just felt so tired pedaling that thing around and hopping straight back onto the Mega. It was just night and day difference. It felt like going onto an e-bike when I had the Mega. The 27.5 wheel on the back was just a lot easier to spin up the hill. My e-bike's a 29's got a motor on. You don't really notice a difference. I haven't really pedalled a 29 bike. My Nomad's got a 27.5 on the back, and that feels really good pedaling it around. The actual trail riding itself, the Giga, just feels like a magic carpet. Like, it is just crazy plush, even with just the bog standard parts on them from like the entry level spec, the Select and the domain forks. It was just like, I couldn't believe how good the rode for being such entry level. I mean, I've got performance elite stuff and factory stuff on like both my bikes, and to be honest, like it just doesn't really make a difference. Like the domains were just so good for how cheap that you can buy them. So if money is a thing and you want to buy some domain forks, then I would definitely buy them, because they're just phenomenal for for the price to performance. You can't go wrong on that one at all. The 29 mullet bikes, they both kind of felt the same. The Mega was a bit longer in corners. I felt that with coming off my Canevo, like it wouldn't tip in as much. The Giga would just like tip in on like tight stuff. You could preload and like hop over things, be a little bit more playful with the Giga, with it being a bit of a smaller frame. On straight, fast, like shooty, choppy stuff, the Mega, it just got caught up. Like, there's no doubt about it. The shock on the back is a DPX2, I think, but with that frame, it did come with the Phoenix Evo shock, I think it's called, the purple one on the purple frames, the fancy ones. I can't remember what they're called. And I would like to have ridden it with that, but I didn't. The DPX2 definitely got hung up on fast, choppy stuff. Like, I felt myself getting blown off the pedals. It didn't feel as confident going down like fast, choppy sections, whereas the Giga just let the brakes off, absorb it, and it would just plough straight through them. In hindsight, it was just really good to try two bikes from the same manufacturer that are just so different in how they perform, and how you can just tell, like you can feel the linkage designs on them. Like, I'm used to riding low link bikes. My Canevo SL's got a low link. My Santa Cruz Nomad's got like a low link, the VPP. Obviously, my Nukeproof Scout doesn't have a link. Yeah, it was just actually really nice to just have a test session and just see how two bikes felt. It was really good as well from my point of view coming onto the bikes, because they both had TRP DH Evos on and Magic Marys. I think the Giga had an Assegai on the front, which I was a little bit nervous about trying, but when it's like really dry, loose stuff, like a little bit of like hard pack, it didn't make a difference, to be fair. It didn't feel any different. And there was one time though when I was coming into a corner, I've never noticed it before, but reading reviews, it was, some of the reviews have said like the sidewalls can kind of like give away. I'm pretty sure that's what happened coming down one of the trails. Like coming in, I like came into the section and it just felt like the wheel just kind of like buckled under us a little bit and pushed my weight forward, and I had to correct it. And then he lost the front. That was a bit scary. I've never experienced that on a Magic Mary before. And I've been riding Magic Marys for about, well, a few months now, coming off Maxxis onto Marys and then going back onto Maxxis. Boy, you can tell the difference. Yeah, the Magic Mary on the front, fantastic tyre. Mary on the back, great tyre. I prefer a big Betty, but where we were, Mary's all you need. The bikes themselves were just fantastic. I can't really complain at all. Both bikes are just really, really good in their own right. The Mega is definitely a bike if you want to pedal it around a bit more, and you're wanting to sacrifice a little bit of downhill capability. Whereas the Giga, if you're just going to want to go to a bike park, get it on a trailer, do a downhill session, and you've got a set, and your uplift is like a little bit is up a hill a little bit and you have to pedal it, that's where I would say the Giga comes into it, because I wouldn't be pedaling that for a big day around like Golfy or somewhere like that. The Mega would still be fantastic. I am being a little bit biased because I did try it with, like I said beforehand, with the DBX2. Some people love them. I personally didn't think that it was very good on that bike. It was just, maybe it needs a service. I don't know. I didn't really set the bike up per se. So it would be nice to try it with a coil on. I think a coil would be fantastic. It would be so plush, and then that would get rid of like the choppiness that I mentioned beforehand. But yeah, appreciate you watching the video. If you want to watch more videos, then please subscribe. It means a lot to me personally. It's nice to see the subscriber count going up. Yeah, cheers. See you in the next one.